What's your reaction?
I didn't speak to Floyd directly. I spoke to some people in his camp. They say no, there's no truth to it whatsoever. They said that obviously Floyd is going to make money with whatever he decides to do. Floyd is retired. He's not going to fight again. If by some miracle he decided to change his mind, in all likelihood, it would be in the boxing ring. It wouldn't be in UFC. That's not something that he would do. That's not something that the people close to him, particularly his loved ones and his business managers and others, would allow him to do. Floyd talks about this. He's been on the record talking about how the UFC wants him to do certain things. Floyd doesn't mind saying things like that because he doesn't mind reminding folks of how valuable he is, that he's Floyd Money Mayweather. So he could sign a 4-fight deal, for example, and make over $1 billion. That's the kind of guy he is, to remind you of who he is and what he brings to the table. So in the event that he decides to return to fight, that you understand that he can bring that kind of money to the table. But in the end, if he were to do so, it's not going to be in the UFC. It's going to be in the boxing ring. And from their understanding, there's no way on earth that he's going to do that. I saw Floyd at the Lakers game Monday night. We didn't have an opportunity to talk. We just shook hands and what have you. That's all that it was. But if you recall, just a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the possibility of him returning to actually fight in the boxing ring, he literally FaceTimed me during the show to say, where the hell are these reports coming from? I'm done. I'm not fighting anymore. I talk about my value, but I'm not talking about actually fighting because I'm done with all of that. I don't necessarily know if I believe him from the standpoint that I think if the money is there to be made, considering how sloppy he looked against Conor McGregor because he didn't even train, his ego might want him to come back and fight again. But he swears that's not the case. But I've just been told there's no way in hell that if he elected to fight, it would be in the UFC. And that, I believe, considering how fragile his hands are and how he's never been kickboxing or anything like that in his life, I don't see the UFC deal ever happening. If he came back, it would be in the boxing ring.